All right. We are going to do the entirety of this, probably. If I can do this interval of 3 within 2 hours, that would be ideal, but I heard there's a dungeon in this one, so probably not. I kind of want to watch Strive top 8 that will happen, but if not, that's fine. If this is like fun enough, if it's interesting enough, then we'll just do the whole thing, even if it takes more than 2 hours. The top 8 is not priority because I don't have anybody that I really root for anymore in Strive. I actually played a little bit more Arknights off stream. And that game is really fun. It's really fun. I think I like the gameplay of that game more than Limbus Company. Which, you know, maybe that's partially because I'm like abusing win rate, but also, I don't know. I feel like the aspect of like tower defense and the tactics surrounding that is a little bit more interesting. That being said, I'm way less attached to the characters. Like, I do see them a lot more just like as units rather than anything else. So, I don't know. I'm fairly content to just keep playing Limbus as just like a story thing, as opposed to, you know, doing the tactics stuff and the let's construct this type of team to like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm perfectly fine with Limbus being what it has been so far. People outside are loud. Yield my flesh to claim their bones. I'm kind of excited for T-Corp. In the Don Quixote video that I recorded but have not yet released, I did see one identity that was from T-Corp, I'm pretty sure. That was like, you know, one of the guys that look like they're from the board game Monopoly or whatever, you know, the top hat monocle people. I'm kind of interested to see. I'm not gonna lie though, I forgot how we got here. I remember that we I remember this. I don't remember how we got here. Maybe I should have saved the third mini for the start of the stream. Oh well. I'm sure I'll remember. District 20 backstreets. Fuck. Bad start. So we're finally here, eh? Ah, it looks a little desaturated. Heathcliff looked out the rattling bus window with a dour expression. Though it wasn't raining, the world outside was grey and opaque, like an overcast sky. Black, pungent clouds of smoke had long devoured the atmosphere. So this is the kind of place Heathcliff used to roam. Roam. Okay. The color remains grey this deep into the heart of the back streets. I recall with quite the certitude that the T-Corp I arrived at after my departure from S-Corp was sepia-hued. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that the technology used to drain our saturation is situated at the center of T-Corp. It has been reported that such variations in hue may occur in areas further away from its sphere of influence. Hello, Zivo. Have you been watching CEO? I'm debating on whether I should like stream it after Limbus today. But I don't know if there will be anybody that I want to watch, really. I understand then. Two other sinners immediately jumped in on the conversation to direct it away from whichever obscure subject he sang and fast were about to steer it into.
그러고 보니까
Right, I had something to ask you guys. The buildings here look a little different from where Hee-sang used to live, so I'm just wondering if there's anything up with that. It's been a while since we started on this journey together. I was starting to grow more comfortable with the sinners. Maybe that's why I found Gregor and Rodia's valiant effort to keep this conversation remotely comprehensible to most occupants on the bus pretty amusing. Allow me to elaborate then. To discuss this subject, we must first... And Yi-sang unknowingly shooting down their effort by jumping into another complicated discussion was another sight I'd become familiar with. While I was curious about the technology T-Corp uses to drain our color and about the behind the scenes of T-Corp's operations, it wasn't something that could be answered now. I decided to take that discussion for later, table that discussion for later. Why not? Literally, why not? Come on. Yeah, I just don't remember why we went to the T-Corp back streets instead of... Oh yeah, they had a whole thing. Never mind. I forgot the details of why, but I remember Virgilius explaining it. Instead, I approached Heathcliff. He was sitting all by his lonesome, clearly in deep thought. Still racking your head about what to wear to Wuthering Heights? What? No, it's nothing like that. Heathcliff protested, jumping up from his seat. Looks like I hit the nail right on the head. Fine, I was a little bit, but I was mostly reminiscing. I do remember hearing that Heathcliff used to live in the back streets, a part of some syndicate, if I recall correctly. Virgilius did say that we were going through the back streets instead of going straight to the T-Corp nest for a reason, and that it was because of the company's orders. Okay, well, there you go. Maybe there's something for us to do here. Heathcliff did spend some time in the T-Corp back streets after all. Maybe we'll run into a golden bow here. No chance. If the golden bow was as common as any other twig in some back streets, why would we be doing any of the globe-trotting waste of time? Oh my god. Okay. True, I guess. Besides, Wuthering Heights is quite the manor in more ways than one. You won't find it anywhere near some run-down back streets like this. There's a chasm of wealth between these poor alleyway sods and them. After all, they've sent me an invitation. Quite obvious that we'll find our golden bow in that manor, innit? Or at least somewhere in the same nest. Correct. We will eventually travel to T-Corp's nest. Heathcliff continued to speak in a low voice. The hubbub from outside the bus seemed to blend with his words, turning into a mass of murmurs. There was a sort of commotion outside. Before we talk about wherever our eventual destination is, we'll have to clear the road of some blockage. Your intuition is half right, Heathcliff. Heathcliff, who was muttering to himself in an uncharacteristic daze, jolted awake. What the hell, what's wrong with you and the vroom lass? Neither of you ever do anything with a proper foreshadowing. I simply did not see the necessity in warning you. Anyway, those outside the bus are our targets. I believe that he means to say that they must be eliminated. I feel compelled to let you know that this is not the only implication of the word target, though I am yet to be informed of the precise details of this mission, that is. Regardless, you are to make contact with a target among them. Find the target, then extract the necessary intel. Is this clear enough for you, manager. How are we supposed to find this target if you're not even going to tell us who it
타깃을
is?
특정할 방법이 없는지 묻는군요.
가면 알게 되겠지.
I'm sure you'll find out when you get there.
제게도 없는
Yeah,
정보를
okay, sure.
물어봐야
You're asking me questions I have no answers to, Dante. Don't waste your time.
그럼
Oh, off the bus. I was somewhat wary of the way Virgilius answered me, but even in murky situations like these, we've always managed to pull through anyway. I'm sure things will get a little clearer once we get there. I slowly disembarked the bus with the rest of the sinners. Charlie. Chat room, I just realized how tired I am. Oh my god. Sorry. It's like dawning on me. Did I not sleep well? What the hell? I'm so unreasonably tired. Gregor, thank you.
정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
형님 그쪽으로 튑니다.
Pots and pans, pots and pans. That one's headed your way, Aniki. Wow. The fandom spirit, or sorry, fan sub spirit. Don't worry about me, I'll handle him. Try not to get yourself killed, you got that? Hello, hello. What a mess. We walked out of the bus and right into what happened to be a battlefield of violent gang war. Black cloaks flutter under the great sky and bloodthirsty blades clash violently. The bus had stopped not even 30 paces away from the thick of the battle. They're the Kurokuma clan? Kurokuma clan. I've heard of them before. I'm sure we had some identities from that syndicate. Some identity cards said Wakashu too. They're a pretty large subsidiary of an even larger syndicate called the Thumb. I think the identities wore outfits similar to the ones they're wearing here. You're right, but who are they fighting? It's gotta be a strife. It ain't a rare sight to see syndicates fighting for one another in the back streets. Gotta go put a roof on a shed. Well, good luck with that. Must be something about the street tax or some other trivial turf dispute. Leashes, blood-sucking curs seeking to oppress and exploit the weak with violence. Phi. There's nary a place these scum do not infest. I forgot how that's actually pronounced. Well, that's not what I input. Yeah, Phi. Okay. It ain't anything new, lass. Most syndicates are like that. The only difference between them is how far they're willing to go. Like, right there he is. Looks like that one over there. The one walking right at us. Heathcliff raised his bat and pointed it at the approaching man. He wore the same outfit as the other Kurokuma clan members. How are you looking at? Crowding like you're here to start shit? Gonna keep pointing that bat at me? You wanna go? Is that it? Okay, lower your weapon. Let's not do anything rash. No need to escalate this further, is there? Otis stepped in to warn Heathcliff, but he did not budge. He remained motionless, the bat still raised and pointing threateningly at the approaching man. Won't matter what we do here. It's a foregone conclusion. That we're going to have to fight him? Right on. They're in the middle of a strife. They'll be real sensitive about making it clear that this is their turf. What better way to do it than forcing some unwitting travelers to pay the toll for the road? Looks like we got a smart one here. The Kurokuma clan henchman strutted before us like he owned the place. Just as I begin to wonder about how dumb you could possibly be, you show your shrewd detective side. Gotta say, it's a real mystery. Ishmael muttered at Heathcliff, who was shrugging at us with an expression that clearly read, I told you so. Wow. Since it looks like you clowns already know how this works, let me get straight to the point.
동행세 1인당
The toll is 500,000 on per person.
어디 하나
Let's see here, 1, 2, right.
13
I count 13 of you here. And since you guys all rode in on a bus, I'm sure there's a driver in there too. Don't just skimp out on us now.
괜히 안쪽까지
I'd like it if we didn't have to make this business messy by going through the bus ourselves.
단테.
You hear that, Dante? This is totally a highway robbery. It kind of is, isn't it? Didn't really matter how much they were asking for. I wasn't going to negotiate with them anyway.
잠깐. 저 뒤에
There, in that field of battle. Don Quixote pointed at something.
쓰러진 자가 있어.
There lies a wounded dame.
않겠는가?
We must make haste and rescue her. Thou wouldst agree? No? Just as Don Quixote said, I could catch a glimpse of someone bleeding out on the ground through the chaos of clashing blades and black cloaks.
야, 정의놀이 적당히 하랬지.
What did I say about this justice rubbish? This is a syndicate turf war, yeah? No one's more or less honorable than the other.
동의한다.
Agreed. It is no complicated mathematics to expect unnecessary allied casualties in this effort should we involve ourselves in this conflict.
하지만
Alas, I do not wish to leave her behind so undefended. Guess it's an improvement. In the early days of our adventures, we would have been dragged into this conflict 5 minutes ago thanks to Don Quixote's recklessly valiant rescue attempt. I suppose she's learned her lessons by trials of fire. She was starting to show restraint for once. But it's a bit different this time. Okay, so I do think that we have to help that woman, but...
뭐?
What?
관리자님 이해한 것처럼 끄덕여놓고서
No, I'm not saying that we should get involved because it's the right thing to do or anything like that. If Vergilius was telling us the truth earlier, there's a chance that we were purposefully made to drive right through the strife, which means that there must be something here they're expecting us to find. They always put us in harm's way for a reason, after all. I just have a feeling that the wounded woman might have something to tell us. Maybe an intel of some kind. And if it turns out that we're supposed to get that intel from the Kurokumo clan and not that woman, then I suppose we'll have to beat it out of them.
훌륭하십니다.
Marvelous, executive manager. Otis M. Actually awestruck by your genius. Hi, Otis. Sorry.
듣고 있자하니.
I don't like the way you're treating the Kurokumo clan like we're some pack of stray dogs.
구하니 많이
I don't think I missed that sympathetic look you gave her, which could only mean
감개와
that you clowns are chummy with the blade lineage. I have a bunch of those. No, I don't have a bunch of those. I have one of those. Whoops. But I've seen a bunch of them in the videos, yeah. I could practically hear our negotiations, not that I was going to negotiate, falling apart as the man drew his blade. A rational deliberation followed by a sensible decision. I will return my appreciation for your magnificent leadership with a flawless victory.
청원 전투 준비.
All units prepare for battle. Okay. I haven't actually seen, or I don't think I remember the Kurokumo clan IDs. I don't think so.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
낮도 밤도 지워.
Also, is Russia the only one that's like in color right now? She is. She's the only one that's like not desaturated, I think. Yeah, yeah. Look at this.
로비인 줄 알고 묶어둘 뻔했잖아요.
My goat is immune.
이 시계 소리 또한 끊어지겠지.
당신의 판단.
She's literally immune to T-Core powers.
나쁘진 않았어.
Peak.
태어났어.
죄인인가?
Okay.
낙인을 새겨드리죠.
Will I have to stop using win rate. Actually, you know what? I should have done like a bet or something on people for like when I'll have to do an entire fight without using win rate, basically. Because so far I've only had a couple of times when I had to like, you know, do some minor stuff, some minor adjustments, but
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 전부 잡아들이자.
I remember when I just started, somebody said that win rate could carry me with like the Roshu and everything. Win rate could carry me to like Canto 6 or somewhere thereabout. I was like, okay, I guess maybe.
칼날 사출.
여기 심장이 잠깐 저리 대기.
허저. 별것도 없이 배짱만 두둑해.
Sad. All bark, no bite. Truly a disappointment. While the rest of the sinners were slowly recovering from the excitement of battle, Don Quixote did not waste a second before bolting forth to the woman's side. Hark! She kind of looks like a Kamega kill. Art thou? I must check thy pulse. You can check her pulse through her forehead? Didn't know that was possible. The lady lives. So this lass has the intel we need. The sinners, one by one, began to gather around the woman. She was dressed in an all-black garb like the Kurokuma clan members, but her weapon and her outfit were unmistakably distinct. Blade lineage, huh? I looked around at the defeated Kurokuma clan members and then back at her. The difference became even more apparent. Don Quixote slowly and tragically shook her head after checking the pulse on others. Executive Manager, I have questioned some Kurokuma clan members during the battle, but no notable intelligence has been gained. It's just her, then. I hope my gut feelings prove me right. The lady doth appear to be the sole survivor. We must move her to the bus and administer first aid post-haste. What dost thou say to that? Yeah, don't see any other way. We don't carry a first aid kit with us, and I can't turn the clock to heal her, so... Marisol, do you mind carrying her back to the bus?
알겠습니다.
I do not. Thus, we made our way back to the bus, Marisol carrying the dying Blade lineage member. I see that you've hauled in another baggage. Virgilius didn't seem very happy about this. Manager, since when did bringing in unauthorized, unverified guests into our bus became such an acceptable practice? We had no choice. We have to save her first if we're going to get any answers out of her.
정보가 있을 것이라고 판단되는 인물을 우선 구명해야 한다고 파우스트도 이 부분은 동의합니다.
What's done is done. However, do be mindful of bringing in strangers onto this bus from now on, Dante. I had a feeling that Virgilius had much more to say than that, but he simply sighed and dropped the subject. I believe the manager Esquire hath made a decision most just. Thanks. Just as I was starting to dread that this bus was doomed to be eternally uncomfortable, Yi-sang emerged from the back door with good news. I've done what I can. Now, and before he even finished the sentence, the woman was awake. Wow.
게시할게요.
여긴
ASMR ID. Where?
거안.
Eb.
아, 여기는
Welcome
버스
to the
아니에요?
bus. And
저희는-
we are
태도
an Adachi, huh? The blade lineage woman sprang from her prone position. Grabbing the sword next to her, she held the grip of her blade, ready to draw it in any moment.
이놈들은 누구냐? 흑운해?
Identify yourselves. Are you with the Kurokuma clan?
아니라고.
No.
그러니까
그런데 왜 그들이 쓰는 무기와 흡사한 것을?
Then why does that woman wield an odachi?
말이 안 통하면
She will not listen.
그냥
We should kill her. Okay.
두 가지 이유로 화가
She
나는
pisses me off for 2 reasons. Okay.
하나는 대화를
One,
주고받지 않아
she refused to listen, making this conversation longer than it needed to be.
또 하나는
2, she dared to compare their scrap metals to my blade. Is there any reason for me not to proceed with her OOF block? Yeah, there is. She can't tell us anything if she's dead. She often shows bursts of emotions in the most unexpected times, but at least she listens when I ask her to, which is a relief.
자세히 보니 다르군.
I suppose your blade is not exactly like theirs. Your uniform is clearly different.
특히
And you...
자네는 누구지?
who might you be?
요란한
You certainly wear a rather loud timepiece. Are you unable to communicate otherwise?
그는 우리의
They're our
권위이자
manager. Their vocalizations will not reach your
그의
ears.
목소리가
익숙한 내음이 묻어있는 말투로군.
I recognize the scent your voice carries. What the fuck does that mean? It's familiar.
내가 전전해 오던 구역에서도
Even in the districts that I
나에게
have resided
흡사한 친구를
in, I have
만나보진
not met
못했다만.
fellows who speak as I do.
말투는 그렇지.
Speak as you do,
하지만
indeed.
선택하는 단어의
Yet I sense
명령에
familiarity in your
익숙하니까.
choice of verbiage.
19구.
You must be from District 19.
S사 출신인가?
S-Corp, are you?
도망했으나
Though I have
출신-
fled, that is where I hail from.
그런가.
I see. So you have also left your home behind.
고향 사람들은 늘
My
저주가
compatriots
같거든.
oft share the same fate as we do. Perhaps meeting someone from the same home district helped. The woman visibly relaxed before slumping down on a nearby chair. Her breathing was labored.
나의 이름은
My name is Yi Sang. I have operated on the wounds you have suffered,
귀하에게 은혜를 입었는데
so I have acted with such brutishness despite your kindness.
미안하네.
Please accept my apologies.
앵두라고 불러주시게.
Call me Engdu.
내 살수를 맡고 있어.
I am a Salsu from the lineage that deals in blades.
단테.
Dante. Maybe we can leave the talking to Yi Sang this time. Looks like we can sit back and let him handle this. I nodded, replying quickly to Rhodia's whispers.
19구.
If you are from District 19, S-Corp territory, then you must be aware of who we are.
저작거리의 소문에
I'm
박진하는
somewhat aware, though I am far from acquainted with tales from the streets.
그대들은
I've heard that the
어린이
Blade lineage is bound to no master, no land, yet whence do you flee?
어찌
사정은 말하자면 길 것이고.
It is a tale far too long to be shared in full. All I may divulge is that we had no choice but to seek a territory for us to thrive in.
소상한 사정을 읊는다면
Perhaps there's aught that we could do to assist. Should you deign to impart us the particulars of your pursuers? MOT Corp is one of the worst corps to live in. So far, that seems to be the case. I mean, like, the other ones are, like, kind of fine, you know? What other ones have we been through? Like, the previous one... I don't know. The previous nests, at least, that we've been in, the only problems were caused by, like, people doing some crazy shit. But it's not, like, embedded into the system of how everybody lives there, right? I mean, I kind of got the idea, right? They explained some stuff. Although I'm sure they'll expand on it. Engu shot a sweeping glance at all of us. Her eyes appeared heavy with crushing exhaustion.
그들을 전부
If you and your fellows were skilled enough to defeat this group of foes, then all of you must be quite capable. The Rukuma clan has put a bounty on our heads. Our mentor, my fellows, all of us.
경쟁 수준이
Hold on, this ain't just any other strife. Sounds more personal than your usual turf war,
탐관오리가 넘쳐나고
as it has always been. District 19 is fraught with corruption and disturbance to the lives of the public.
그러나 애쓰사.
There's very little that us men and women of the blade, who seek naught else but to train and walk the path of martial arts, can do to change the wing now known as
무얼 해볼 수 있는 것도 아닌 게 현실이지.
Salpipeo Agro Industries. Salpipeo Agro Industries, or S Corp. Salpipeo Agro Industries. Okay, sure, whatever.
미워하는 우리 같은 중은 떠나는 선택지만
As the old saying goes, what other choice does a monk who abhors his temple have but to leave it behind? Thus we have departed from our home. The people of S Corp suffer still.
새로운 터전을 찾으러
We had departed in search of a new home, yet it was no easy journey.
이미 남의 영역이 된
Most territories have already been made home by others. In order for us to settle, conflict was unavoidable.
그러던 중 우두머리가
In the midst of those conflicts, I have the memory of our mentor bringing us an invitation to enter a library of sorts. Of Ruina! Oh my god! The Library of Ruina! Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played that game. Vergilius, who had been sitting quietly with one leg over the other on a chair far from the rest of us, visibly reacted. I think I remember that the word library always got a genuine reaction out of Vergilius. You have the memory. Quite an odd way to phrase your own recollections. I feel like it feels like Vergilius is almost like a self-insert for people who have played the previous games. Because he's like, oh, the library. Oh my god. Jaded. Tired. And Dante is like a legitimately... This is Limbus Company, my first Project Moon game. Yippee. We arrived at the library, hoping to escape the Kurokuma clan's clutches. But all we had done was to lead ourselves into just another field of battle. We were handily defeated. Then, all of a sudden, we found ourselves stranded in the back streets of T-Corp. Upon our waking, the bizarreness of such an experience can only be described by an expression just as odd. Mentor Bamboo-Hatted Kim! Her eyes suddenly widened mid-sentence. Angdu leaped from her seat. I believe that our mentor remains there still. We must make haste to Youngjin's building. Or Yongjin building. Okay. Be not so hasty. Such wild movements may tear the wounds that I have. Is she dead? It is no surprise that a sudden rise in blood pressure in lieu of blood supply would cause one to faint. She has merely lost her consciousness. You were right, manager. She did have some useful intel for us. Yongjin building. I suppose we have some business there then. I'm okay with Library of Ruina being spoiled to me. I am not planning on playing that game, I think. Maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know what this has to do with our mission, if any. I'm not okay with that. Oh. Maybe it's that library that we should... Danger. Danger. What are people in Mephi's way? Swinging swords around. Black clothes. Passengers move out. Protect Mephi.
흑운 외에 후속 인력들인 것 같습니다, 관리.
당신의 판단을 따르게.
This music. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit... I don't know how I'm coming across energy-wise. I feel like I'm a little bit lethargic. I'm sorry. I don't know why I got hit with such like an intense... Just... I have no energy at all. You know? I feel like I slept
전부
okay,
잡아드리죠.
but I don't know. I should have done like, I should have went on a run or something.
낮도 밤도 지우고 숨이 다 들어 베어낼 것.
순순히 목을 내놓으시죠. 당신의 판단을 따를게요. 여기 심장이. 여기 심장이.
To be honest, I should have gotten something to eat. Actually,
베어낼수록
that's the real thing. Man, no breakfasts ever. Ever. Can you imagine? Breakfast, yeah. I wake up at 5 p.m. That's my schedule.
오늘도 부디 정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
그려낸 대
I go to bed in the morning and wake up in the evening.
많았습니다.
Every day. I like being awake at night, you know? It's chill.
전부 잡아드리죠.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
Especially now, like in the summer, if I have my window open and my like blinds open and everything for air to actually circulate,
낮도 밤도 지우고
during the day it's so bright and like people are outside and cars and like I don't like it. I like when it's dark and quiet, so
죄인인가?
I'm awake at night. I'm basically on American hours, actually. Like, I wake up when it's morning for Americans and go to bed when it's like nighttime for Americans.
칼날 사출.
And it works pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it.
순순히 목을 내놓으시죠. 순순히 오라를 받으시죠. 목을 내놓으시죠. 낙인을 새겨드리죠.
I wish I had blackout curtains. I just have like... I mean, I have like a big... It is kind of like a... just a solid thing. It's not like, you know, it's not like blinds. It's, I guess it's still considered blinds. I don't know what to call it, really.
심장이 잠깐 저릿댔기에 그 슬픈 눈에 여기 심장이 잠깐 저릿댔기에
But I don't know, it doesn't cover everything. Like it, you know, I still have to sleep with a sleep mask on. We returned to the bus after dispatching the Kurokuma clan members that attacked the bus. Who the Why is he emo? Only to be greeted by an unfamiliar face. There was a woman sitting in the frontmost seat of our bus.
이상하군 길잡이.
Interesting. Guide. I believe that we have both made it quite clear that no guests are to board this bus without prior consultation.
외부인에 한해서라고.
We did. No outsiders, to be exact. Isn't it clear as day as to who she is? I noticed that she was wearing a familiar uniform with the logo clear emblazoned on her chest. Are you from the LCCB?
LCCA다.
LCCA, the after team. Manager clock. Right. I could see that she was wearing a red emblem on her shoulder.
이 사람
Wait, can you hear what you're saying?
안 들려.
No, don't have any talent in TikTok interpretation either, but it was pretty easy to tell what
모르는 게더
with that
심각해.
blank, stupid look they were giving me. What look? I have no facial expressions.
무슨 말을
Don't you even have the common decency to mince your... Ishmael scowled, about to tell the woman off until she coughed and collected herself. Maybe she suddenly recalled her old attitude.
나는 클리어 부서 애프터팀 소속. 일반 작전 이과 알파
I am
팀
Team Leader
작가입니다.
Kaiman. Limbus Company Clearance After Team, Normal Operations Unit 2. I don't think I've ever seen anyone from the After Team in person. course not. All that them blokes do is sweeping in to pick up the spoils after we've done all the hard work.
말은 바로 하지 길바닥 출신.
Let me set some things straight, backstreet smut. Okay, fuck off.
뭐?
애프터 팀은
The after team is charged with cleaning up the mess you ungrateful wastes of lives leave behind. Sweeping in to pick up the spoils? No, we do the very difficult work of sweeping your stinking shit under the rug.
저희가 목숨 버리게.
Waste of lives. Is that how you guys see us?
그뿐일까?
Oh, that's not all. Waste of lives, bumper cars, the most expensive bus in the world, meat shields, maniacs with more luck than they deserve, and then some.
그게 지금 당장
Doesn't seem like the most relevant conversation topic for now, though. Kill her. Murder her on sight. Sorry. Sorry. You gotta die. No comebacksies.
새끼가 말하는 꼬라지는 계속 그따위를
Better
거냐?
change your tone now.
특별히 고칠 이유가 없다면
If you give me one reason to, then I will.
내 지론이다.
Heathcliff, break her fingers. It is my personal philosophy to be stubbornly set in my ways until I'm given a good reason to change. Heathcliff, break her toes.
앞뒤 가리지
Sure,
않고
sure, it's your job to collect the golden bows no matter what, but I'm having a lot of trouble scrounging up even an ounce of respect for a group of half-wit idiots who don't give a damn about people who have to clean up after them. Heathcliff. She's out of digits. I don't know, like, break her nose or some shit. I don't fucking care.
거점하지.
That's enough, Team Leader Kaiman.
뭐
Very well. I wasn't sent here to reprimand them.
상부의 작전 명령을 하달합니다.
I'm here to relay the orders from the head office. Kaiman produced an envelope, opened it, and pulled out a paper from within. She began to read it out loud. LCB, additional mission assignment prior to T-Corp, Golden Bow Retrieval Operation.
하나, 해당 구역 근처에
1.
발생한 뒤틀림을
Eliminate
제거
and
혹은
or secure the distortion in the area. 2. Recover the monolith, an artifact in the shape of a black steel from the same site. Steel. Okay, I see. A monolith? What's this now?
뒤틀림? 이미 뒤틀려 있다는 뜻인가요?
Distortion. Are you saying that they've already distorted? I don't know. Limbus Company clearance is not a part of this extra operation. I was merely ordered to relay this information to you as I happen to be taking care of some other job at T-Corp.
우리의 임무는 황금가지의 탈환뿐일
I
테니
believe that our one and only mission was to recover the golden bows. Since when did it become our job to play errand boy fixers? Since now. Besides, I don't see what the difference is between an average errand boy and your team. All you ever do is pick up and deliver the golden bows, no? I hope you die. I hope you're introduced in this Canto to die, explicitly to be killed, and for me not to feel bad about it.
확실히 알겠네.
I guess the after team is full of grouchies like you, huh? Rodion grumbled like she was imagining a department full of Kaimans. Kaiman quietly took a sweeping look at the complaining sinners, then approached me. Manage your clock. What do you want? Yes. Can't hear what you're saying anyway, so just listen. Allow me to kindly explain some things for you and your minions, since all of you appear to be so out of the loop. Kaiman crossed her arms and leaned against the bus seat as though she was about to start a lecture. I am sick of how condescending all these people are when they're like, oh, you don't know anything that's happening. Oh, you don't understand a thing that's going on. Motherfucker, inform me. Like, what the it's up to you. It's literally your fault. I'm sorry, it's your fault. Like, how the fuck are we supposed to know? Virgilius gave so much attitude with that. All of the other people that are from Limbus Company that are not us are giving us shit because, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah! Correct! Like, how, like, okay, what is that?
LCB는 분명 황금 가지를
LCB's primary objective is to retrieve the golden bows, yes, can't deny that. But parading around telling everyone that Limbus Company specializes in retrieving the golden bows would be stupid, don't you agree?
그게 당장의
And it's not
범죄
exactly the
일이라.
most lucrative business, if at all.
그건 맞는 말이네요.
Suppose so. I've been wondering about the company's finances for a while. Where do we even get our funding from? Well, there's no need for you to concern yourself with the company's finances. We have more than enough capital to do what we want. What the company really lacks, however,
대외적인 입지와
is public standing and a cause.
림버스 컴퍼니는 그 명분을
Limbus Company
뒤틀리면서
decided to
찾기로
find
정했어.
our cause in distortions. No significant organization has yet taken charge of managing instances of the distortion phenomenon. Faust told me a time ago that it hadn't been long since the distortions began appearing in the city.
림버스 컴퍼니는
Limbus Company is building a
대외적으로
reputation as a
뒤틀린
professional
현상
distortion
좀
prevention and
또한
control
현상의
company that
연구를
doubles
하는
as a
집단으로
research center for
도시의 이름을 알리는 중.
distortion phenomena,
그러니
which
다방면으로
means that we need to
관련
produce
활동이
real
필요한
results in more ways than one, that is.
뒤틀림 현상이라는 게 꽤나
I did hear that
골치
this
아픈
epidemic
상황이라고
of distortion
들었던 것 같기는 해요.
phenomena could be pretty annoying to deal with.
아직도 이 현상을 누가 명확하게
No
정의한
one
적이
has
없다.
properly defined what the
그러니
distortions
전담을
truly
할
are. This means that not many are willing to jump into dealing with this new phenomenon blind.
뒤틀림을
We
전담하는
did
협회가
hear that
발족하는
some are
모양이
preparing to
떠들었지만
launch an association primarily dealing with distortions, but
림버스 컴퍼니는
that's all it is, an
기업
association.
차원에서
We
그걸
intend to
다루려는
deal with it
것이다.
on a corporate level.
그래서 그게 우리가
Right, but
뒤틀림을 조져야 하는
how's any of that our
거구나.
business? What reason do we have to go out of our way to tussle with those
되지.
distortions?
회사
Here's how it's your
가장
business.
높은 곳에서
The
내린
order
명령이
came all the way from the top, the highest
길바닥엔
authority of our
그런 게
company.
없었나 보지?
Don't they teach you how to follow orders in the slums?
안 되겠다.
And does it? You're not leaving this bus alive,
관리자,
manager? Hyman ignored Heathcliff, who was visibly fuming, and turned to face me.
지금 이들에게 내가
My
대하는
attitude
태도,
towards your minions and the company's attitude toward them,
그건 결국
it all
관리자
depends on the
선택과
choices you make
지도에
and
따라
your
달라질
leadership.
거다.
With that, she produced an envelope from under her arm and handed it over.
하지만 뭐 선택은 자유니까.
At the end of the day, though, the choice is yours.
저들 말대로
Your men aren't
원래
completely
LCB의
wrong.
임무인
If you would like to
황금가지만
focus
고집해도
solely on your
상관은
primary
없다.
mission, the golden bows, then
그런다고
fine. It's not like the company is going to kick you and your meat shields out.
물론 그
But do understand that
선택이
the company's treatment of the sinners may change depending on what you decide to do here. Virgilius listens quietly, his eyes shut.
그럼 가보겠습니다.
Now
불구시소.
then, Red Gaze, I'll be taking my leave now until next time.
그러시지.
Fine, but next time,
그때 또
I'd prefer it if you would watch your language.
좀 가려. 이렇게 보여도
These
내가
meat shields are still under my guidance, so try not to disturb me as well.
결잡이라서.
뭐
Oh, that depends on what the manager does, doesn't it?
그럼
Excuse me.
실례하죠.
She left, leaving nothing but the awkward silence behind. Is she gone?
갔냐?
Bloody prick. After that brief moment of quiet, everyone began sighing and complaining as though they'd just been ungagged. Almost burst a blood vessel listening to all that. I thought it softened my temper with age. Still, good work keeping things non-violent, guys. I don't think she said anything wrong, though. Yes, she did.
숨은 의도를 간파해야 할 필요는 없으니.
I found her manner of speech quite convenient. There was no need to unnecessarily read between the lines. I had little trouble understanding her and organizing my thoughts accordingly. I guess that's one way of looking at things.
아무튼
Anyway, she's right that we really don't have much say in the matter. If the company asks us to do our jobs, we do our jobs.
명령을 수행하는데
I don't have anything to add myself. I have no issues with following orders. I agree with you guys. I tried my best to cheer up the sinners as I opened the envelope she left behind. Not much of a note was in there. I just wish somebody like tripped her on the way out. Just like stick a leg out so she trips and like hits her face on the, you know, on the bus steps or whatever. You know what I'm saying? One old-fashioned walkie-talkie, one old-fashioned walkie-talkie, a bunch of signed and stamped paperwork, and mission location Youngjin building. Let's go, Karen.
영진
Youngjin.
맞지
Right.
베르 좋아
Got it. I'm feeling it.
출발
Here we go.
부랑부랑
Vroom, vroom. Judging by their lack of surprise, both Karen and Virgilius already knew where to go. And the bus took off.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만 아직 기약은 없구려.
That was only a third of the way. Jesus.
아무것도 인간. 발목 잡지 않도록
Okay,
최선을
we are not making it to the Guilty Gear Strive top 8. That's not happening.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
At least at the start of it.
나비가 날개짓다
피를
My team is kind of hybrid, like poise, burn,
죄인인가?
bleed. Is there... No, never mind. I don't know, I wonder what my secondary team will turn out to be.
이 싸움을 끝내주겠어. 어디까지 가고 있을지.
Because I haven't looked too deeply at like the units that I like in terms of what they do. Like my next unit that I want to dispense, I think, is probably going to be Don Quixote, but I don't know which version.
가고 있을지. 타올라라.
I remember looking at it and her last ID,
내놓으시죠.
I think had bleed.
다섯.
So maybe could be nice.
잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만
Can I like look at it here? Oh. Wait, what is this? Wait, I can't look at them if I don't have them? Really? Are we serious? Come on, man. Alright, whatever. Doesn't matter. I could probably look at it in like this thing, but yeah. Some other time. It's okay. Boom, boom.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
Something continued to nag at the back of my mind during the frequent stops and combat encounters. There was this one thing I could not understand. It's pretty much expected from Virgilius at this point, but if he already knew where we were going and why, would it hurt to tell us for once? Come on, Faust. I legitimately think that this is something we have to talk about. Can you please relay my question to Virgilius? If you won't do it, then I will. A journey can't always be sunshine and rainbows. Some friction is necessary. You there.
길잡이.
Guide. Otis relayed my question, then began to share some of her own grievances with Virgilius. A lot of her own grievances. You finished? Well, you're not wrong. I did hear most of the details through the radio. And here's why I didn't tell you in advance. It's because you're the kind of people who never learn until the problem comes crashing through your front door. Would you have done anything differently if you knew in advance? It'll only serve to give you an excuse to whine about it. I recorded the Don Quixote video, yeah. I just, like... It's basically edited. The only thing that's left is just to put music in it, but I didn't do it before stream. Sorry, so it's probably gonna come out tomorrow. My bad. My bad. I recorded it like a couple of days ago. But now, manager, will you refuse this mission? How could I? They're already treating us like dirt. If I refuse this, I can't imagine how much worse it'll get.
그럴 순 없겠다고
I'm
생각.
sure you're thinking, how could I? And you'd be right. I can tell from the way he's looking at me that he already knew. Yeah.
마침 손님께서
And our guest is awake.
카론의 감으로는
You should go and ask her for directions, manager. Karen's intuition can only take us so far. Again, this would have gone much smoother if we had been told where we were going from the start, but like always, Virgilius felt the need to add comments like that before shutting me down and turning away. He'd already closed his eyes. Allow me to explicate our present circumstances to her. Yisang got up with an awkward smile in an attempt to clear the air. We seem to have successfully explained our circumstance to Angdu. She was standing next to Karen trying to give her proper directions. She had also told us that as long as we assisted her with the mission, she wouldn't mind us taking the black steel for ourselves.
아, 여기서 오른쪽. 저것들이 벌써 진을 저렇게 치고서.
They've already set up camp there. People dressed in Kurokuma clan's garbs were wandering around the building, standing guard before its entrance.
내려야. 뒤틀림은 시간을 오래 끌수록 제압하기 어려울 것입니다.
Delaying further will only allow distortion to grow more powerful. We must enter this building as soon as possible. Angdu already leaped out of the bus and was rushing in with her weapon drawn. We quickly followed suit. Yippee! More. You know what? Arknights? Sorry for like talking about Arknights during Limbus, I guess, but I'm kind of surprised how quickly it got genuinely challenging, that game. Like, you have to actually like think about the fights, you know? And the units that you deploy them. That happened a lot quicker than I thought it would. So I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I wish I had a stronger attachment to some of the units, but I don't know. It feels kind of weird that like there are 12 units, right? And then for some of the fights or some of the stages or whatever, I already switch out the units that I usually use. So in total, I have like 20-ish units that I use, maybe a bit less. And there's only like a handful that I kind of care about. I don't know. Also, it seems like the caster units, like the magic damage units, are definitely like better. Like they're very important so far, it seems.
돌아가기 싫다면 순순히 목을 내놓으시죠.
나쁘진 않았습니다.
I get that though, yeah. I do have like really good units here
끝내주겠어. 여전히
in Limbus.
그럼에도
That's fair.
멈추고 싶지 않아.
I mean, okay, actually, you mentioned that I might use, or I might have to like not use win rate for Canto 6. What if I just pull another unit and it's goated and like, and I'll be fine. Also, yeah, I tried reverse 9099, yeah. But it, I don't know, it was okay. I tried it like a long time ago. Played it back on launch for a couple of months.
이놈이 마지막이었던 것 같구나.
Looks like this was the last one of them.
피 냄새.
The aroma of blood, some splattered fresh, some old and growing viscous. I can already tell that there will be a collage of different blood splatters waiting for me in there. I'm excited to see this collection for myself. The best units, yeah. I've heard. Like as soon as I... It was like insane luck, I guess, that I started the game when the Ryoshu unit came out, and I immediately liked her, so I was just like, okay, fuck it, we're pulling, I guess. And I got her. It was kind of all uphill from there. This one expresses brutal thoughts with such nonchalance as one muses about their next meal. Whichever may be the case, their way is open. We must move with haste. Bengdu did not hesitate for a second before disappearing into the building's entrance. Man, I'm not impressed by her energy. Or sorry, I am impressed by her energy. Wasn't she knocked out cold just a few minutes ago? It is sheer willpower that moves her. That one choice that she... Oh my god, I can't read. I can't. I'm sorry. What other choice does she have when her superior is captured? From the name alone, I expected the Yongjin building to be much taller than just 6 floors. You know, building and all. I keep wanting to say Youngji, like the guy from like, you know? The guy from the other Kanto. Yongjin. It is a common naming convention in the back streets. I looked up toward the rooftop of the building Honglu was pointing at. Looking at. Fuck, I'm making up words. I'm actually making shit up. I'm actually making things up. And suddenly grew curious. What time is it right now? I'm losing my mind. Need a mare? My head doesn't actually tell the time, you know? It is 2:10 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon. It's not midday, but it's not supposed to be this dark, is it? How is it this gloomy and dark at 2 in the afternoon? I'm starting to lose my sense of time in here. Seems particularly dark around this area we're in. Well, compared to the smoke war days, it's still bright as a sunny day. I suppose that's true. The back streets of T-Corp are known to be in a perpetual state of murkiness. Their machines ceaselessly discharge heavy plumes of smoke which cloud the skies. That and the constant color drainage keeps the back streets of T-Corp dark and dreary. Of course, I must also inform you that the conditions have improved somewhat after the smoke war due to the various extenuating, prohibitive conditions introduced by the outcome of that war that limits the production of smoke. Before the war, we have no time for idle chatter. Come on now. True. There are more Blade lineage bastards left? But the last took them all out already. They were nothing but mewling minions. The size of their bravado ill-matched their immature skills. They foolishly decided to stand their ground instead of retreating upstairs. An electric buzz of sorts played from the radio I had stashed in my clothes. Someone calling this radio? The sound became much clearer when I unfolded the antenna from the radio. LCD here. Can you hear me? Acknowledge, come on. The voice coming from the other end of the radio was upbeat, to put it mildly, and very chaotic. Okay, just have to press this button, right? Oh, well, I'll talk, but it's not like you can hear. I called you for a reason. I'm just calling to relay a message, so don't bother responding, yeah? We don't have much time, so let me keep it short. Remember that black steel you guys were sent to retrieve, the monolith? I'm picking up a super huge bump in the monolith signal in the area near you. The signal can force people to distort, for your information. We have to contain it before that seeping signal goes completely out of control, okay? My bad, I've got some stuff going on over here too, you know? Anyway, I gotta keep this short, so let me just emphasize that time is of the essence here. Over and out. she's pretty lively, huh?
한가롭게 감상을 말할 때냐?
저 여기
I think the elevator's broken. I see that you and your fellows now also have a reason to hurry.
이대로 침개참을
I say that we
돌파하는
break
것이
through their lines and
진짜
rise through the stairwell. What say you? We don't have a choice. Come on.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만 아직 기약은
Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that.
없다면 여전히 난
공세가 시작되기 전에 파우스트가 나서겠다.
Fish cosplay?
아이고
Old man?
애들은 싱거운데
Young woman, I guess. The stairwell is the real challenge, isn't it? Not the Kurokuma clan guys.
이상하군. 그렇지
Curious. Curious, is it not? What is?
않은가? 어리바리한 것들
Did they fill the stairwell full of weaklings who clearly don't know what they're doing?
어찌 우리를 막아내려 자리한
Perhaps
것이
they
아니라
weren't trying to stop us from going upstairs. Perhaps they were afraid of retreating upstairs.
설마
No. It can't be! Angdu's expression darkened. Maybe she had an inkling of a bad omen. Dost thou worry for thy mentor? Don Quixote carefully sidled. Sidled? Sidled? Is that a word? Indeed it is. To Angdu's side with a sympathetic
그럴
expression.
수밖에 없어.
How could I not?
김사까시라는 분은
What kind of person was Mr.
어떤 사람이었나요?
Bamboo-hatted Kim? Angdu appeared conflicted, as though she was having trouble organizing her own thoughts. She shook her head and sighed.
늠름한 사람이었지.
He was a steadfast man,
지킬 것을 지키고
protected what needed protecting, killed what needed killing.
검계 안에서도
He was always one of the blade lineage's finest. I dare say that he was one of the most skilled swordsmen within the lineage. A man of few words who always sought to take good care of those under his wings. If only he hadn't made that decision, my fellows would not have met such a terrible fate. Sinclair half opened his mouth, apparently curious about what that decision might have been, but he soon realized that this was probably not the time to pry and quietly closed his mouth.
어떤 상황이든
Whichever may be the case, I have no choice but to make haste.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지
I wonder if that's an actual instrument or just a synth.
나비가 날개짓다.
I think it's a synth, but it's hard to tell.
무아뭉쳐
Actually, no, it's almost definitely a synth.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지 그 슬픈 눈빛 억조구려
실력을 잘
낫도
이용하지
밤도
못하셨으니
숨이 닿도록 배우네.
당신의 판단을 따를게요. 목을 내놓으시죠. 과감하게.
이게 심장이 잠깐처리
원망도 몇
이게 심장이 잠깐처리 땡기에
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어. 죄인인가?
I think the next unit that I'll replace is probably going to be Gregor. He's probably the least useful right now. So, if I were to replace anybody, it would probably be him. Although, I mean, okay. For the story stuff, I need 6 units. For mirror dungeons, I need 7. So, for dungeons, I'm not even gonna have to replace them at all. I forgot to look at the thing. I wanted to look at the thing.
완벽하게 수행되었지
Hold on.
않은가?
How many do I have? Not a lot. Damn it.
계약은 없구려.
Okay, actually, this is very
여전히
few crates. I thought I would have a little more than that, but not at all. Damn. I have so much. Why do I have so many Heathcliff ego shards? What if I... what if I... No. No. Wait, I have... oh shit. I didn't realize I had 10 tickets as well. No. I'll wait until it's somebody that's like really worth it.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
칼날 사출.
낙인을 새겨드리죠.
Also, no, it's okay. It's fine if
나쁘진 않았습니다.
like I'm not like I'm not bothered about being spoiled about Library of Ruina.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
I mean, personally, I kind of like not knowing stuff and just like, you know, figuring things out based on context
그
clues.
슬픈 눈빛 억조구려.
But I also like don't really care about,
나또
you know, spoilers outside of Limbus, I think.
숨이 닿도록 배워냈군.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내.
And also, yeah, I knew that was an ego. It's just like, wait, actually, question: if it's a banner for an ego, can you still? You can still get like IDs from it, right? That's number one. Number two, is the. I could just look. Actually, never mind.
여기 심
Never mind.
잠깐 저리 땡기.
I was just wondering, like, if
그려는 대로
there are banners for specific characters, right? Like the Honglu banner, where you can get a bunch of the different IDs that have a rate up. If it's a banner for a specific ID or for a specific ego, is there any kind of rate up at all for that character's other stuff? Like other IDs, other egos? Does it affect it? Like the chances of it at all?
못하셨을 뿐.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
실력을
여기
잘
심장.
이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
잠깐 저리 네.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
I can just check. That's so true.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가?
No. The rates for a single extraction. That's the ID. That's this, and then everything else is all the same. Yeah. Okay. Or oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Everything else is the same. Yeah, and then for this one, it's slightly higher. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. We're going up the building. What the hell? Spoilers? What the? Come on, man. It's kind of aura though. Origin of Sin. Alright, sure.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
전부 잡아드리죠.
Sans Undertale, yep. You know what's fucked up? Sans doesn't even have the blue eye. That's not a thing that he does. Isn't that insane?
태연 원망도 엿하지나.
돌아가기 싫다면
That's like one of the best. I want to know who was the first fan artist to actually put the blue flaming eye on Sans. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't.
내내기 심장이
Like his the things that he summons do, right? But he himself in the actual game is never depicted with a glowing blue eye or anything.
죄인인가?
그 슬픈 눈빛 내기 심장이 잠깐처리 땡기.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어. 전부 잡아드리죠.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
I wonder when Deltarune will actually get finished. I keep telling myself that I'll play it once, like it's completed fully.
섰제.
But at this rate, man, it's gonna be another few years.
망설이지 마.
I don't know how much longer.
나아갈 수 없어. 피를 전부 잡아드리죠.
전부 펼쳐낸 나비처럼.
영원히 잠들어.
Did we just fight the Pikachu?
맞습니다.
여직 봐왔던
Their appearances are rather dissimilar from what we have encountered before. They appear to have grown more acute.
최종의 다음 형태입니다.
I'd say they're not cute at all. They are evolutions of each Pikachu.
사람마다 담아온
The kind of Pikachu only transforms into
형태는
one
다양할 수
transforms
있습니다.
into depends on the type of sin that one has embodied in life, so it is of no surprise that there may be variations.
여태 이런
Never encountered anything like them before.
방법 폐지를 회수하면
Collecting the golden bows
최종
could have
생산이
expedited the
촉진되기
Pikachu
때문에
growth
그
process.
가지
These bows,
뭐가
they
연관되지
really
않은
have something to do with
것들이
everything, huh?
있어.
Our job is starting to look a lot more serious.
그러고 보니 이 죄종이라는 거
Right, that reminds
뭔가
me.
죄를
These
상징하는 거였지.
Pikachu are each supposed to represent some kind of sin, right? Sin. My thoughts grow distant all of a sudden. No, the sinners grow distant while my thoughts draw nearer. Their voices grow muffled. The word sin feels oddly unfamiliar today.
자신을 잃고
It appears that they have lost their sense of self, their original forms now forgotten to oblivion. Self.
뒤틀림이라는 것도 비슷한
Aren't
거 아니었어?
distortions kind of similar to that?
하는 뒤틀림이 되고
Some people become distortions and some people become Pikachu. I wonder what the difference is. I think I know. Planted in the hearts of all are seeds with ever-present potential to bloom.
관리자님?
Executive manager? What'd you say?
파워가 설명하고 있어서
Pass Octavius, I couldn't hear.
계속하자면 극심한 스트레스에서 자신을 유지할 수
If you would allow me to continue, maintaining the self, even at times of extreme stress, could cause one to evolve into a distortion. And when the light of the day descends upon the hearts of every human, blooming the seeds buried deep within, if one's shot is I don't fucking know. Devoured by their sins. Perhaps, oh well, if one's soul devoured by their sins, they're reborn in the form of the something. Their image reflecting the dreamt by those who are nothing.
단테. 단테. 괜찮?
If one withstands, yet their sins, the heart.
뭐야 시계 대가리? 갑자기 무게 잡고 뭘 중얼거리는 거야?
심각한 소리가 나는데 저분 의체 머리에 무슨
I ill like the sound of that. Has something gone awry with their prosthetic head? Yet if one seeks to bear the something shall something of their original hearts.
에고.
Ego.
그걸
Is
말하는
that
것이요.
what you're speaking of? And in a world perceived through their own, the blank shall be unveiled to blank their egos, melt into by something of their sin.
말투도 뭔가 저희
It's gonna talk
할아버지
a bit like my grandfather.
관리자님.
Manager? Your head?
관리자님,
Executive manager, your head is on fire.
오, 불꽃.
Oh, what a blaze.
진짜 터질 것
I think they're about to explode. Only those who can define their own. Fuck.
야, 저러다
We gotta do something before the clockhead bites it. Got any bright ideas? Only those who are awakened to their own. Scorching. I thought the manager Esquire's flaming head was merely for style, for I had not once felt such heat from it. Faust, what if they accidentally activated the self-destruct sequence? This heat, if we don't douse it now, it's going to melt everything around them.
원리는 같습니다. 단테는 황금가지를 통해
Yes, the operating principles are the same. Dante is, via the golden bows, connected to the root of the sapling planted in the subterranean area of the headquarters, which is to say that
가지고 나발이고 저 새끼 불은 꺼야 할 거 아니야.
물! 누군가 물 없어? 뭐라도 부어서 식혀보면.
I have not seen the slurs that you're saying. Did they literally like just dunk water on it? Do you prefer Twitch or YouTube? I don't have a preference really. I mean, dude, I don't fucking. It's like it's whatever. It's fine either way. I prefer for people to watch where they want to watch, you know? Which is why I stream these on both. And to also save the VOD for, you know, for YouTube. Like YouTube lets you save the VOD. Both have like benefits and drawbacks, you know? It is what it is. I've been actually thinking of like sometimes streaming other stuff on YouTube as well. But we'll see.
정신이 드는가?
Pray tell, art thou recovered? My eyes, if I had eyes, that is, opened slowly. I was lying on the ground surrounded by the sinners. What happened?
기억을
Do you not recall what had transpired? I guess I don't. I do remember walking up the stairs and suddenly feeling really dizzy. Executive manager, you must visit a workshop to get that looked at as soon as we return. A workshop? A malfunction or something? I'll talk about them like you're talking about some machine. Either way, there isn't anything we can do about what just happened. Not
복귀
here.
후에 이야기 나누시죠. 우선
We can discuss this later once we return. What just transpired does not seem to pose any hindrance to our mission. Engdu, where's...
이미 올라갔어.
She had advanced without us. While I remain curious and concerned about your condition, we must reconvene with her.
우리도 합류하는 게
The
좋겠고.
situation calls for urgency. Okay. There's a lot I didn't understand, but since we're in the middle of an operation, let's deal with this first. I'm kinda
확실한 승리였어요.
This is like the first intervallo
저번처럼
that is not
홈플레이라고
just pure filler, it feels like. I mean, not like pure filler, I don't know. Like the other two were, you know, they had some importance, I guess, but this is the first one I'm like, okay. This kind of just feels like we started Canto 6, low-key. But not really, you know? Also, is this the end?
공세가 시작되기 전에 파우스트가 나서겠습니다.
이건 또 왜 고장이 나서?
Cannot use many of Twitch's features because I live in Korea where Twitch pulled out. RIP. That's unfortunate, actually. Why does it have to break? Why now? There's a nervous looking man on top of the stairs on the uppermost floor of the building. The thing is, like, when I multi-stream to both Twitch and YouTube, it feels a little bit more official, kind of. It's like, I think sometimes when I stream on Twitch, it feels like it's more okay for me to just relax and chill. You know? Poland, you can't bet points on polls? What? That's crazy. That's wild, actually. I could immediately tell that this man was unlike any other foe we faced in this building. I better be quiet in there. Hope that thing at least stays put. He kept looking into his pocket watch as though he was expecting something awful to come out of that door. His garb, which highly resembles the Kurokuma clan's standard outfit, suggests that he is a relevant individual in this case. It is possible to extrapolate from his outfit that he is of a higher rank than any foe we have defeated on the course to this location. Then, before I even had the chance to suggest waiting for a bit to come up with a strategy, Engdu was already charging at the man. He must be a captain of the Kurokuma clan. What the? You wish to hunt the blade lineage? Very well, here I stand before you. Face my blade. Suppose this means that my men are all dead, huh? I'd toss you into that office if I could, but the merchandise is still in there. Come on. Suppose I've got no choice but to fight. At least allow me to introduce myself. Then you can tell me who you are. Name's Jun, captain of the boys you killed. Engdu, also from the lineage of blades, a follower of Mentor Bamboo-hatted Kim. The hallway before the door falls silent. It is as calm as a winter dawn. The two warriors, blades drawn, begin to take cautious steps. It's as though they are attempting to gauge the distance between each other. How's my Korean pronunciation, by the way? I feel like I struggle to pronounce English words most of the time. There was a sudden flash. When I came to my senses, the pair had suddenly switched sides, facing away from each other. Oh my god, it's so anime. The outcome of this clash. She fucking died. Come on, that's it. Miss Engdu. Appears to have been Engdu's defeat. She fell to her knees. I mean, I was just getting started. I'm surprised you even had any energy left for that attack. She's been fighting the Kurokuma clan henchmen on the front lines before we even had the chance to catch up. No wonder she's exhausted. I must also remind you that she was on the verge of death not so long ago. She has overexerted herself. What, are the rest of you gonna fight me too? This hardly seems fair, me against all of you. This Jun rested his blade on his shoulder with an annoyed scowl. I could tell from his single clash against the young dude that he wasn't going to go down easy. Well, I don't like that we're all ganging up against this one guy, but we've got one loud-ass clock for our head. What even is that? Is that some local T-Corp clock-shaped prosthetic fashion or something? It is a clock, right? You there. Is that clock head on time? Hey, what do you think? That clock ain't for telling time. Then what'd you decapitate yourself for? Useless clock.
그럼
Wait, what the fuck do you care?
갖고 있는 놈은 없냐?
Any of you got a timepiece, a clock, a watch? Anyone? My stupid watch broke again. Okay.
없어?
Guess not. Are any of you even wearing a watch? You must all be insane, sauntering about without a timepiece. What the fuck do you care? What is this person's problem?
그대에게 말해줄
Even if I did, I would hardly find it within myself to show it to thee.
짜증나게 하는구만.
You're all really getting on my
어차피
nerves.
뒤도 없어.
His tattoo looks like a turtleneck sweater, kinda.
빨리 덤벼. 더 기운 빠.
Well, okay, clearly we're not ganging up on this guy. We're fighting a bunch of his henchmen first. Here I was thinking that it's actually gonna be like a 1v6.
순순히. 그쪽도 죄인인가?
1v6, yeah. There's 6 of us, and there's this one fella. This one guy.
다하도록 배워낸
낙인을 새겨드리죠. 자,
I was promised I could kill him mercilessly. 12 sinners. I mean, yeah, that is true. But I'm sure, according to the, in the story or whatever, that's what's happening.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
Hold on.
여기 심장이
나쁘진 않았습니다. 실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
배워낸
Okay, there we go.
과감하게.
이 순간이 다하도록 배워내리라.
You know how much I love potato chips
원망도
and how awful they are?
이번에야말로 이 싸움을
Chips are like the worst snack, but it's so good.
이 순간이 다하도록 배워내리라.
I feel like it's a really good snack if you only eat a little bit, but I don't know, I can't contain myself. Banana. Peter.
여기 심장이
Also, I wouldn't consider the girl as like part of the fight. Oh, he died. I didn't even notice. She's already defeated
이제
now.
대화를 좀 해보지.
Now let us converse for a moment. Engdu seemed to have recovered somewhat as we fought. She bound Jun with a rope before throwing him to the ground.
고작 부조장이 우리에게
I did not
내려준
expect the mere
선수들이
captain to know why your
거기서
organization has put a bounty on our heads, but I cannot quite place the reason you were standing guard before this room. It was as though you were protecting our mentor from us, of all
내
people.
놈만이 아니지.
It wasn't just you, was it? Every Kurokuma clan filth we killed on our way up to this floor stood in our path like they were protecting something with their lives.
아니 그러니까
Fine, here's the truth then.
피해자는 우리라고.
We're the victims here.
무슨 의미?
Whatever do you mean?
진짜 짜.
You guys really have a way of pushing my buttons. We weren't part of the party pursuing you or cutting you down. That was none of my business. You're just one of many, many syndicates, organizations that were unlucky enough to be on the Thumb's shit list. Our run-in was just a coincidence.
그냥
We were ordered by the Thumb to stand guard next to a black steel here, that's all.
여고 다른 곳으로.
Everyone was on edge because we were supposed to transport it elsewhere pretty soon.
너희 검개놈들이
And that's when you Blade Lineage bastards appeared out of nowhere.
나타났다.
Out of nowhere.
그런가?
I see. So this is where our mentor has awakened.
너
Sounds like you know something that I don't.
애초에 사람이 어디서 그렇게
Can't say I've ever heard of a tech that could blip people into existence just like that.
그리고
Thought they were using a singularity or something.
애초에 너희가 이게
Besides, the
아니었어.
Blade lineage never had a chance.
우리는
Our numerical adventure was insurmountable. Adventure? Did I say? What the fuck am I reading? Advantage. The numerical adventure.
범계놈들 중에 멀쩡히
We had your friends
싸우고
cornered.
있는
We had no trouble cutting them down until there were but 3 of you left standing.
그런데 갑자기 그 대장놈의 눈이 희번덕거리더니
Then all of a sudden, your boss's eye suddenly began to glow. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
짜증나지만
He cut down everyone around him. It was a one-sided slaughter.
그럼
Hello.
그래
You got that right. Blade lineage, Kurokuma clan, it didn't matter. He got through everyone. What the hell was I supposed to do? What were we supposed to do? I'm their captain. Their lives, the lives of my men are my responsibility. I had to save them somehow.
결국
I stayed behind to guard the door, while my men guarded the entrance to the building. What other choice did I have?
아 짜증
Nah, shit. Delivery deadline's coming up. I'm finished. This won't end with me having to cut off a finger or two. Damn it. Engdu struck the back of Jun's neck with a swift precision and dropped him to the floor.
앵두군 이미
앵두?
체포한 자를
That man had already been subdued. Wherefore didst thou?
이 안에 들어서려 하면
I have merely put him to sleep.
잠재웠어.
He would have caused us trouble had we attempted to enter the room while he was conscious. I must talk to the mentor, see him with my own eyes. You gone deaf, lass? Your boss will cut down anyone who gets close. No, that cannot be.
이야기를 종합해 보면
We can infer from what information we have gathered that, yeah, I agree. There's a powerful aura coming from behind the door. I can sense it.
누가
Our mentor. Engdu's hands tremble as they wrap around the doorknob. We must prepare for battle.
김 작가님이
I know that mentor bamboo-headed Kim. That name is so weird. Mentor bamboo-headed Kim will do no such thing. She slammed the door open, only to come face to face with a distortion. Why is he wearing a suit and tie, though? That's my question. Yeah, so true.
발목 잡지 않도록 최선을 다할게.
어찌
Mentor,
되었습니까?
what is this?
이건
I recognize these wounds. These are your techniques.
이들을
How could you
우리의
put your
손으로
blade to our
해야
fellows?
말이 통하지.
Attempting to communicate seems futile. Pitch black flames lingered behind this man she called bamboo-headed Kim, her mentor. Something had devoured him. There was something in his eyes. Fiendish malevolence. I could definitely sense it. This was a distortion.
짐승처럼 울고만 있지 말고
Cease your beastly howls and talk to me. Please say something.
다가가면
Don't get too close. The distortion unsheathed the blade in the blink of an eye. It sensed that something had entered its range.
형제
Stance, you're really going to kill? As Engdu stood there confused, Sinclair urgently hurled himself in her direction, and in that brief moment the distortion's blade descended upon them, as though it bisected the very space they inhabited.
이미 싱클레어 군도
I surmise that Sinclair has entered the distortion's range as well. We have no choice but to suppress it. We tensed up, sensing the changing atmosphere. We slowly raised our weapons. Gim. So true. We're chilling. We're chilling. Wait, hold on. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
이 순간이 다 되어내리.
Hello, I'm back. The turn hasn't ended?
낮도 밤도 지나
Oh my god.
숨이 닿도록 베어낼 것.
순순히 보라를 받으시죠.
Damn.
멈춰.
칼날 사출.
Distorting bamboo-headed Kim. Seems pretty okay so far. Literally just power level mugging him. I feel like unless the boss has like a very unique mechanic or something, I can just kind of win rate everybody. Like as long as they don't have a specific gimmick that I have to, you know, address.
교환.
Which this guy doesn't seem like it, but you know.
이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
그대는 어디까지 가고
Seems pretty dead to me.
이 격정 속에서 타올라라. 영원히 잠들.
Yup.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만 아직 기약은 없구려. 그렇다면
Oh lord.
난
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
How long will this take in terms of time? I want to know if I'll have like the time to look at the top 8. Actually, hold on. Give me a second. What is the top 8 right now on Strive? It is Red I Am Not, Tickle Memer, I don't know who that is. Cherio, Paluna, Nitro, Hatashu, Mishoke, Okay, a lot of usual suspects. Okay. I'm kind of curious about this Tickle Memer fella. But otherwise, okay. One mirror dungeon floor. Okay, that should be good. Bamboo-headed Kim kneeled and caught his breath. Something began to shimmer behind him.
거울 던전입니다.
There's a dungeon, a mirror dungeon of the
지킨 데랑
fathoms.
같은 곳이다 그거지.
봉이 치킨이요. 봉이.
It's Yumbong's, Gregor's Yumbong's.
이미 들어갔군.
He has already entered the dungeon. So we gotta follow. That monolith has to be somewhere in there too. Let us follow. While she was clearly dumbfounded by the turn of events, I could tell that she was determined to see this to the end. We had nothing more to add. Advancing.
이건
This is
S사의
place is
모습이구려.
taking the likeness of S-Corp.
단순한 S사가 아니지.
Not just anywhere in S-Corp.
심상.
You call this place the Fathoms of Ego. It appears that mentor Bamboo-headed Kim's memories are affecting this place.
알고 있는 것이 있는가?
Is there aught from his past that you're aware of?
아니,
No, nothing in detail. I don't believe I have the right to divulge a depiction of his past based on hearsay either. Oh, I did not complete that stage, no.
이 필두가
Some other time.
갑작스럽게 등장하셨을 때
When he appeared so suddenly at this building, I don't suppose he had much trouble cutting down the Kurokuma clan henchmen. I'm certain he was flanked by the competent men and women. It would not have mattered how many henchmen they threw against this mentor. Nothing short of Kurokuma clan officer could have given him any trouble. In fact, I surmise that he would have been able to cut down 100 of their men on his own. But not all those who accompanied Master Bamboo's had Kim were as powerful as he is. His capabilities lie far beyond our own. His fellows must have fallen one by one before the endless onslaught of the Kurokuma clan henchmen. And I cannot help but imagine that this sight must have reminded him of a rather tragic event in his past. An unpleasant event that likely shook Mentor Bamboo had Kim to his core. I can't be saying that name every time. Just say Kim. Oh my god. That alone fits numerous criteria that make it ripe for a manifestation of a distortion. He was in a very receptive state for the monolith and influences as well. So that is how the mentor became beholden to his blade, like a fiend. Yet still, how could he? We remained wordless and advanced as Engdu respondently muttered to herself. Despondently, yes, okay. It was all silent, save for the sound of shoes lightly pressing into the soft soil beneath our feet. Okay, kind of a long floor, but I will literally just go in a straight line. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this seems, you know, fine. Gain a poise ego, of course. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Beep boop bop boop bop beep.
공세가 시작되기 전에 파우스트가 나서겠습니다.
낮도 밤도 지워 숨이 닿도록 베어내.
순순히
The blade lineage. The lineage of the blade. So far, the IDs from it have been kind of whatever, though. I don't know. I get that they're all like just wearing uniforms, but the blade lineage has shown up so far in all three of the like characters that I've done. So like Yisang, Faust, and then Don Quixote all have blade lineage IDs, and all three of them are just kind of okay. They're just like, all right. They're too uniform. They literally just like, they all, I don't know. They're too basic for me, for my personal tastes. Are we joking? Okay. Yisan got this. Clutch. Let's go. Easy. Easy.
시작할게요.
그렸는데
눈이 유쾌하게 그댄 선택받았으니
순순히
Dawn helps soda in your nose.
이 순간이
You know what's unironically one of the best things about like sugar-free soda? Well, number one, like diabetes. Like, you know, regular soda has so much sugar, it's actually insane. Just empty calories and just like bad for you in a bunch of ways. But Like you can drink 1 can of Coke and that's like your entire daily intake of sugar right there. But aside from that, second best reason why sugar-free sodas are goated
이 순간이 다
is that if you spill it, it literally does not matter because it's not sticky. It's not like sugary. It's not it's not sticky. It's just it's like water. You can just wipe it and it's fine. Like actually, every single time that I've like spilled, which hasn't been like that much, to be clear, but like whenever I spill, my first thought is like, oh wait, did it have sugar in it? Because if not, my life is so much easier, actually. What the fuck? That's crazy. What? Oh my. She's gonna clutch this. It's fine. Otis, my goat. Fucking. That's fine. Honestly,
단련하지 않은 제 잘못입니다.
that's fine. I don't even care.
부디 정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지. 하나.
이 순간이 닿아도 베어내리라.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the stage that I didn't, like, you know, didn't properly finish.
나비가 날 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 때
이번에야
Maybe
싸움을 끝내주겠어.
when I get like a good Don Quixote or Heathcliff ID, whenever that happens, I think.
망설이지 말고
Because I don't know if I want to like retry it and like, I don't know.
돌아가기 싫다면
I don't know. I could probably do it with the units that I have right now.
순간이 닿아도 베어내리라.
But I don't know if I want to, you know? Not really sure I want to do that.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나.
내 능력이
그럼에도
심장을 멈춰.
멈추고 싶지 않아.
Boom, 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 boom. A bleed. Why is it so absurdly high? Like, what the hell is going on? Okay, thank you. Jesus.
특별할 것이라고는 없었어.
Wow, alright.
주제 개시할게요.
All the skill checks are so high.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
낮도 밤도 지워. 손이 닿아도
Whatever you're talking about, you can do. I mean, I'm talking about the mission where you can only fight with Heathcliff and Don Quixote. Like, the two of them are stranded in Christmas Land.
나를 받으시죠.
That was like the first mission and only mission that I failed to complete in under 10 turns, I think, or whatever the like the extra, you know, whatever the reward requirement is.
전부 잡아드리죠.
That was the first time because I didn't get to be carried by my units.
원망도 옅어지나.
이번에야말로 이 싸움 여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도
Hello, hello.
멈추고 싶지 않아. 이 격정 속에서 타올라라.
능력이 심장이.
I could take somebody's support, yes, but I have a strict no support policy. Just, I don't know why. I just do. Even in Arc Knights, which, like, I tried Arc Knights not yesterday, 2 days ago, and I've been playing it off stream. And even in that game where I don't have such a strong attachment to units, I still refuse to use supports. Even though in that game, I'm a lot more stuck than in Limbus. Like, in that game, I'm actually, like, struggling to progress a bit. I am not getting carried by, like, any of the units I have, really. Sure, why not?
주소에 게시할게요.
So that blue flames. So that thing behind him is indeed, that is the monolith. The artifact must have entered his fathoms of ego the moment it imbued Bamboo had Kim with strength. Manor must be where the mentor's last protectee resided before we departed Escort. Such a massacre. Was this carnage the memory that has haunted your dreams and your waking hours for so long? The deaths of our dear fellows? Tears begin to well in Angdu. Sorry. Sometimes you just mispronounce shit enough times that it like it actually gets me so upset. Something murmurs in my head. Is this Kim's past? I'm not saying his full government name, sorry. A somber voice drenched with woe echoes in my head. For a fleeting moment, I once had this thing people call honor. Vile men whose hearts are consumed by evil oft approach virtuous officials to seek harm. And I considered it an honorable deed to be a protector of the virtuous, to hew those that sought harm against them. Yet to be virtuous in a world of the vicious was to be prey to this merciless world. And before such overwhelming might of the vicious, the irrevocably corrupt officials, my strength was inconsequential. I had little choice but to leave S-Corp, cradling my broken spirit alongside my fellows. I have left my scarred honor behind at the land of my failure. We became vagabonds, lost, wandering and weary, aimless drifters without a peace, without a one piece, without a place to call their home. Even their faith in my decision to leave behind fucking began to crumble. Piece by piece, so did my faith in myself. I began to fall apart. I have already failed once. What's there to say that I am not failing my dear fellows once again? The least I could do is to help them lead a stable life. Yet that invitation I received only led them to their demise. In the end, I failed my mission. I failed my honor. You failed, Elysium. I failed my dear fellows. If you know that reference, you're the goat. Again, I am returned to the land of my failure. The voice continued to murmur, but it had devolved into nothing but a low growl, a quiet and incoherent rumbling. I can't help but feel a bit of sympathy at his suffocatingly painful past. But that's exactly why we have to face him, to free him from this distortion. Guys, we're putting an end to this right here, right now.
이 이후는 없겠다는 느낌이.
Angdu's grown far too agitated to function properly in this battle. It's all up to us now. You fail. Human beings are meant to have friends. That message should probably be pinned. I mean, you're right. You're kind of right, actually. But we are kind of at the end of Intervallo 3, so this fight kicked my ass. Well, we'll see what happens. I do feel bad. I do feel bad. Like, it feels like I'm not engaging with the battle system basically at all because I got like good units, right? The power crept me out of like having to engage with the battle mechanics too much. So I'm just kind of like doing okay regardless of what I'm doing, right?
셋째.
It's not stopping me from enjoying the game, FYI, because I am mostly in it for the story.
보충하죠.
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
But I am like, I think I will enjoy it when the game actually presents a challenge. He's dead, man. He's already dead. Almost, unless this is a phase 2 or something.
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라. 낫도 감도치.
This is a wall for sinking teams. Aw, man.
망설이면 나아갈 수 없어.
Well, that was fast. Dude, I feel so bad. The dungeon. After a grueling battle, and as we finally managed to drag bamboo-headed Kim to his knees. Like a mirage, the Fathoms of Ego began to fall apart. The monolith had already left the Fathoms of Ego and was back at the center of the office. Just as the office began to resemble the one we had walked into, the radio I carried began to buzz again. Can you hear me? If you do, give me a TikTok.
힘든 싸움이
Very funny, Dante. You know, just barely survived a deadly encounter, right? Have some sense of humor. We really don't have much time left since it looks like the monolith briefly stabilized. Let me teach you how to lock it down. Don't take too long or that distortion is gonna turn into an abnormality. Follow my instructions to a T and don't lag behind. It's all about precision and speed. I want to meet this person. She sounds fun.
엄청 무서운 상황 같은데.
She seems awfully cheerful for now. Dire situation is. She's probably cute. She sounds like she could be cute. I followed the radio's instructions. Sorry. And reached out to the monolith with my palms. Some light came out of it when I reached out with my fingers. She could see exactly what I was looking at. Straight down from there. Yep, you're doing good. Now move left. Take it slow. I couldn't help but wonder if I was doing this right, but I still followed her directions and drew a trail of light with my hand over the monolith. The shimmering black tendrils began to withdraw from bamboo-headed Kim's body. Maybe the distortion is withdrawing too. I can't seem to stop calling you detective. Sorry. Old habits die hard, you know? Sounds like she's reporting to someone else on the other side of this communication. Good work, bus dudes. LCA will be there in a minute, so just sit tight. LCA? Not that rude after team lady from earlier? Well, anyways, thanks for the assist, everyone. LCD Distortion Task Force Ezra over and out. The radio shut off before any of us had the chance to say anything again. I want to meet Ezra. And not 5 seconds later?
뭐가 이렇게 우르르 들어와?
My, they're really piling in. I'll say the Special Operations Units. Looks like our job here is done. Didn't even have to say anything, not that they could hear me anyway, before the uniformed troops marched in and started attaching various tools to the monolith.
저게 뭔 소리냐?
What are you blathering about? Rewording. Where's the distorted individual? I am aware of whom you seek. He sits next to the monolith. Where's he gone?
약 3분 전
The individual by the name Angdu dragged him behind that sofa. Approximate time of event 3 minutes ago.
동일한 상황이 다시 오면 보고하도록 하겠습니다.
Alert. Abnormal reaction detected from an entity. And when that agent ran over and kicked over the sofa.
앵두양.
Miss Engdu. Where there was Engdu, her arms tightly wrapped around bamboo-hatted Kim, her hand holding a blade that dug deep into her mentor's flesh.
당신이 얼마나
I know
아픈
not
과거를
of your painful
가졌는지
past. I cannot possibly know in detail what you have gone through.
하지만
But that cannot be a just reason, an excuse for cutting down your very own fellows. She's fucking stupid. Oh my god.
그는 제정신이 아니지 않았는가?
That man was not himself.
아기가 되어 자신을 잃었다면
If the blade has consumed my mentor, turned him into a fiend, then I will end him myself. It has to be me.
아니지. 아니야.
Oh my god, can you fuck off?
사실 전부 변명밖에
It's all
되지 않아.
excuses, that's all it is.
애초에
If Mentor
모두가
didn't bring
저격적인
some
모험을
odd
하는
invitation to
이상한
us,
애초에
if he hadn't caused us to flee Escorp our home to begin with,
그래요.
I hear you. Your voice is finally growing clearer. Mutation. Distortion of the subject entity confirmed. Phase 1 of the monolith reactivation process may have been engaged. Can't just let her be. She's going to distort. Marisol, knock her out. Marisol struck Engdu before the LCA agents even had the chance to do anything. Stabilized. Distortion nullified by the subject's loss of consciousness. Stab wound confirmed. Wound not critical. Will not pose challenge to retrieval and recovery.
대로 처리했습니다.
내가 지금 뭘
Thank
본
you.
거야?
What just happened? Was that caused by the monolith's influence
그렇다고 볼 수
too?
있죠. 모노리스는
A plausible explanation. The monolith was properly sealed, but its lingering influence seems to have seeped into her. Hey, the levels went bonkers over there just now. Requesting radio. I will receive LCD's message. Acknowledged. Please speak. You're not the only one who knows how to cut people off. I already got your sit rep, okay? I don't need it. There are two people there, right? Just bring them both over here. Negative. Exact orders state that retrieval targets are to be... Come on, loosen up some. Concern. The monolith alone will be a difficult subject to contain. That's okay. Our very own... our very own LCD team leader said she'll take care of it. Besides that monolith, Detective and I have successfully retrieved that before. And considering that the two of them are both returnees from the library, considering that the two of them have both been pulled from the edge of distortion, it'll definitely help us with our records, don't you think? Understood.
그러면 얘는 못 끌려가서
Are you kidnapping them for some dodgy human experiments or something? So I know there's been scary rumors of kidnappings in T-Corp, but what we're doing here is completely unrelated, alright? I'd appreciate if you didn't compare us to the likes of those backstreets rumors. Sure, you guys can leave them there, but if we don't take them in, they'll distort and get killed. And who knows? The Kurokuma clan, or even the Thumb could catch wind of this and pick them up instead.
그것도 그렇긴 하네.
I suppose you're right. Make sure to bring them in. Both of them. Okay? I don't know when it happened, but I already received the monolith when the LCA agent picked up LCD's call.
그럼 이제 상황
Right, so mission accomplished, huh? I guess so. Warning. Recommended action for the manager, immediate extraction from the scene. Imminent arrival of the Thumb, highly likely.
주인지 다음엔 엄지.
So after the middle is Thumb.
그 꼰대들이
What I wouldn't give to see the look on their stuck-up faces.
그럴 일을 만들지 말라고
I think he's telling us to get out of here
경고하는
before the Thumb catches us red-handed. Correction. Limbus Company was already on a crash course against the Thumb the moment we commenced this mission. That makes sense.
그렇겠네요.
It'll only be a matter of time before they put the pieces together and realize that we're involved in what happens.
괜찮은 건가요?
Are you sure that we can handle not only the middle, but also the Thumb? Irrelevant. A foe is a friend, and a friend is a foe for Limbus Company. Delayed. Extracting scene first. With that cryptic message, the LCA agent quickly withdrew from the scene. He knows something but won't tell us what it is. At least that was the impression I got from the way he spoke. Yeah, everybody does. Everybody at Limbus Company knows something but doesn't tell us. I came to meet so many... I like this soundtrack. I came to meet so many departments of the company in such a quick success. This is really... Sorry, I like this a lot, actually, how it sounds. Also, yeah, no, I don't know about Library of Ruina. I have not played it. I haven't played Limbus Company either. The Lobotomy Corporation either. Yeah. But yeah, the only spoilers that I really mind are like for Limbus Company itself. I came to meet so many departments of the company in such quick succession. The LCA, the LCD, and the LCCA. An old question arose once again, something I'd forgotten as we kept ourselves busy with the missions we've carried out so far. I don't know why I slipped into narrator voice, but it feels fitting. I really don't know much about this company I'm working for. And there's this mysterious Herman and the equally puzzling Damien. Maybe, in the grand scheme of things, I really don't know anything. Maybe what I know amounts to nothing more than a pinch of knowledge available to the powers that be. I thought we were pretty deep into our journey, but I was starting to feel that in the far future, if I were to look back on the records of this journey, we wouldn't be even 10 pages into the book. I began walking back to the bus with the sinners, my head further mired in confusion. Huey! We really ran into a lot of people in such a short time, huh? Well, I'm pretty happy that I got to know more about the workings of this company. Once we returned to the bus, the sinners each began chattering away about what had just happened. I wonder what's going on. I wonder what's going to happen to Engdu and Kim. That does not appear to be information we are privy to, though we all work under the same company. All that the LCD shared with us was the name of the contact, Ezra. Then, is Limbus Company truly kidnapping people for human experiments? I like this sprite a lot. They don't just start experimenting on humans like that. It's not something that just happens. Remember what that LCD woman said? Rumors are just that. Rumors. Gregor furrowed his brows, as though some unpleasant memories of the past began flooding in. I wonder which memories. He dug into his pockets for a cigarette. There's LCD, but LCA just seems really out of place. Even when compared to other departments, it's like they're from a completely different company. As we made our way back to the bus, I slowly began to organize my thoughts on everything that's happened. I didn't know that it wasn't the most productive thing for me to do. Fast, you're gonna answer any of my questions? You're not gonna answer any of my questions, are you? I apologize. At the present moment, it is difficult for me to disclose any information that does not concern the LCB department. It's like impatience is a prerequisite for boarding this bus, manager or sinner. I want you dead. Sorry. What do you mean impatience? We've been here for months and like nobody tells us anything. Vergilius sighed as he muttered. He must have seen me burying my clock head in my palms. Your journey will inevitably lead to the answers to all your questions, Dante. Just follow the path and it shall be all revealed. You have no reason to rush. Besides, Vergilius' gaze fixed for a brief moment slightly above my head. I wonder if he's looking at my flame. It's nothing. Perhaps your impatience is rubbing off on me. I suppose I shall find out along the way as well. Ooh, I wonder what that means. Ooh. Vergilius scoffed, muttered something incomprehensible to himself, then turned away from me. It was clear that he had no intention of continuing this exchange. Let's go, Charon.
기다렸어.
Been waiting for vroom vroom time.
목표는
Driving to the famous heights of T Corp. So, the bus took off once again, sometimes bustling, sometimes dead silent. Okay. It's kind of fun. I like that the intervalos are not just the heartbreaking. I like that the intervalos aren't just pure filler. Okay, sorry, never mind. And that they actually like have stuff going on that, you know, we get to find out more about everything. Why? Who's doing fireworks right now? Genuinely. Not reading the mini story? Probably not. Probably not. Let me check out something real quick, actually. Who is in the top 8 right now? Okay, yeah. Let's not do... I'm cashing... Okay. Check this out.
I mean, that's something to think about.
We're going to be watching this. So yeah, no mini today. Mini next week and the start of Canto 6, actually. But for now, sorry. We are switching over to the top 8. We're watching it. We are watching it. So, sorry for the abrupt end. But, yeah. Next week, it'll be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit less condensed. I was kind of rushing a little bit through some parts of it. Okay, we'll talk about the Intervallo, Canto 6, expectations, everything. Don Quixote ID video coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. Oh wait, hold on. And yeah, I'll continue the rest on Twitch. So bye-bye YouTube. Bye-bye YouTube. We'll you know, we'll look at everything. We'll, you know, I'll spend some more time on Limbus next week. Probably going to be a longer stream because I'm going to not, like, you know, I'm going to do the mini. I'm going to start Wuthering Heights and all that. So, bye-bye, YouTube. See y'all next week. My PC sucks so much. GG still won't run smooth. There are potato mods that make it, like, more available. You can play it on, like, lower settings and stuff. Yeah. Unless, like, your bottleneck is, like, your CPU or your RAM or something. But, okay. Bye-bye. See y'all next week.